Welcome back. The marking of the 2020 matric exam papers starts on Monday. The second wave of COVID-19 in South Africa will see a strict screening at all 181 marking centres over the 18-day marking period. More than 45,000 people will be involved. The Basic Education Department spokesperson, Mhlanga, joins us now. Very good evening and compliments of the season to you, Mr. Mhlanga. So first of all, let's start with the markers and all those will be involved. As I mentioned, a figure of about 45,000. Have they all been screened and tested?
Compliments, Lisa, and good evening to you. Not yet, because not all of them are at the marking centers as yet. At the moment, we only have the center managers and the chief and senior markers who are there to make sure that everything is ready. Because before they start marking, there is some orientation that takes place regarding the exam of the current year, so that when they start marking, they know how to tackle the different answers that the learners would have offered in the answer script. So that's what we are doing now. But in due course, we believe that all of them will go through the process. We know that Eastern Cape, for example, they decided to test their markers as opposed to just screening them, which is something that is going to assist in trying to deal with the COVID-19 situation.
And that's a very important point, because I want to know who bears the ultimate responsibility to disclose the status of the COVID-19 test.
No, it's everyone, especially the markers themselves, because it is them who would carry the virus if they have it. So the screening will tell us where they've been, whether they've come into contact with anyone who might have had the virus. And when we screen them during the course of their stay at the marking center, that too will also give us a sense of what is happening. So when they arrive in the morning, they'll be screened. During the day, they'll be screened. And sometime in the afternoon, they'll also be screened, because we want to pick up if there's anything changing in terms of their health, which might just need the attention of the medical professionals.
Now, because we know that some people are asymptomatic, what happens in the event of failure to disclose a positive result?
Well, if you come already knowing that you are positive, then that becomes a serious matter, which would land you into serious trouble, because you now become a danger to yourself and those around you, and not just your colleagues, but literally everyone else at the marking center. That's why we're advising all our markers to behave as though everyone else has it, so that they all adhere to the protocols in terms of wearing masks, distancing, washing hands and sanitizing at all times. Even during meals, they must do takeaways and walk as far away as possible from each other, so that they stay safe.
Okay, we'll talk about the protocol measures in just a moment, but what is serious trouble? Will there be any punitive results?
Yes, there will be, because if you knowingly do this, then you have an intention to cause harm. It could be many things, attempted murder and all of those things. So it will be viewed very seriously, and there will be disciplinary action taken against you. Okay,
so the protocol measures, take us through that. 181 centres, how many markers at a time, and how are they placed? How do you make sure that they all have access to, sanitizers, PPE, etc.?
Yeah, we have chosen the schools that have facilities and that have big halls as well to accommodate this particular need. Because marking is not like learning, where learners will come and the teacher will stand in front of them. It's a different exercise altogether. So we have chosen our mega schools, which have large resources and have spaces to enable a 1.5 meter distance between people, enable ventilation, but also the placing of sanitizing stations and water, and accommodation that is also conducive to that particular environment. So all the protocols that have been laid down by the Minister of Health will be adhered to, but also those that we feel needed to be added will have to be there, in terms of making sure that people take breaks, and they will also have to take mask breaks and do all of those things, so that everyone stays in good health. But we have also worked with the Department of Health to make sure that there's medical professionals who will be within reach of the marking center, so that there's assistance when it is needed.
Mr. Mhlanga, just quickly before I let you go, when are the results expected?
The results are expected on the 22nd of February, which is when the minister will make the announcement. But on the 23rd, that's when the candidate will go collect at the school where they would have written the exam.
Okay, thank you so much, Basic Education Department spokesperson Elijah Mhlanga. Now, coming up...